Folks, welcome to a market recap. This market recap is from yesterday day. This is the outcome. Let me get the before math of the move, so you guys don't think just insights is as well. There is four sites. Let me go and grab that real quick. Let me see. Two is right over here. It's the before math. 15-minute time frame. Chart. Let me straight back. It's a 15-minute time frame. Number one, action block entry that we were looking to take, and it's the aftermath. And today I have a good lesson, very good, well lesson. Although we didn't take a trade, it's still a good lesson. If you go to lower time frame, see a 15-minute rejection block. The 15-minute rejection block, it did look like he got tapped, but it didn't get tapped, unfortunately. So I did not execute a trade. And actually, I was looking to check a trade all down here because of the, how bad the 0.86 mark was all the way down below my entry. I was expecting, like, if the market taps the rejection block, market is highly going to tap that as well. Because if the 0.86 mark is way below, and if it's an OTE, the 0.86 mark is way below our entry, market is going to tend to go lower, the lower entry, and tap a 5-minute and go up higher. 5-minute rejection block and go up higher. I'll show you the example as that, in the market as well. But as well as that, with when there is no OT being created with the rejection block entry, that's fine. But once the OT created, we got to be very careful because market is very deep. Although today it didn't do that, but more often than not, it will do so. We go back in the time to gold over here. If I were to take the 15-minute time frame entry itself, over this 15-minute rejection block entry, I want to face a big drawdown. But if I were to go to the 5-minute time frame and take the 0.86 mark, which was below my initial entry, the 0.86 mark comes in at the 5-minute rejection block, take that trade, and that would have yielded in a very good return and high RR. So that's why. Going back to the current market price, for a specific trade, we were overall bullish. My general could change during the session. At first I was bearish, but eventually turned to bullish right after the market supporting this low and having SMT. So now go to high time frame. We had a daily ERL to this daily IRL. We had a consolidation reversal Thursday low of the week. We had a daily security upside, and that's all we had. We had a key level 2 as well. Daily fair value gap, etc., etc. Doesn't really matter. Now going on to lower time frame. For our time frame, we have a 4-hour CRT. We have a 4-hour CRT and we have a smaller 4-hour CRT. Our focus is this 4-hour CRT and not this, because it's one reason to execute. Although higher time frame CRT just got impacted, right, without getting soup, this is still on matter, right? So that's what we had. We didn't have much context here. We had an SMT, daily SMT CRT to the upside, a daily 4-hour CRT SMT to the upside, as well as a low range high, right? So how comes the range low? Daily CRT low, range high, daily CRT high, as well as we had nothing else in that, to be honest. We had a new profile 2, profile 1, accumulation, have the manipulation, and expansion. So after 9 a.m., market is constantly expanded to the I'm not going to the lowest time frame for execution. And the 1 a.m. low, there was a valid low, so looking for the Gogi soup. You can see before that market did give us a model confirmation, but that one failed. Why? Well, they had a right on the perch, because the reason that failed, but in that time I was still bearish until the daily ERL low gets tapped. And as you can see, that's why this one failed, right? And eventually this one delivered. But a big wick, I thought, okay, the big wick is going to get filled, which it didn't. And it was Thursday, right? As well as the next context we had to this trade was it's Thursday. Markets goes at a fair price. It can't just go lower. It needs to go at a fair price, so it needs to go back up, right? The Thursday and Friday retracement rule is so important. If you guys can use that to your advantage, you will know that will eliminate a lot of mistakes and it like naturally increase your win rate. So if you just focus on that logic on Thursday and Friday closing at fair price based on how the weekly candle looks, or you could literally take trades. You could you could take reversal trades. You could take whatever. You will have a high chance of working out. That's why I like Thursday and Friday, right? And that's why Thursday and Friday I don't aim for short-term trades, as well as so that's what happened. That's a quick little lesson using Thursday your advantage. We had our mono confirmation, got tapped, and eventually rallied to the take profit we were supposed to enter, and our entry never got tapped. So yeah, the lesson of the day is very simple: is use Thursday, and Friday logic way more. Use that Thursday Friday closing price weekly for the weekly closing price way more. Use that way more as an advantage. It usually helps my psychology part a lot with technicals, and as well as have high conviction, right? Have high conviction. To me, not, like, this is my journal. So just have a look back at this. I can't lie, right? If I lie to myself, then I'm lying to you guys, right? And there's no need to lie at all. Lying isn't good, so you should never lie. But the problem I had during this trade was conviction. I thought, okay, stop loss is so wide. This is such a 5 hour take profit. Why stop loss is it seemed really unrealistic, but is it unrealistic now? No, right? And this is the way I thought this was unrealistic because of my stop loss being so wide. That this some just bullshit. Because I've had trade before where my stop loss was even wider, it still delivered, right? I have straight this 5 hour is not unrealistic. 10 hours is not unrealistic. I have trades when I had a 5 hour, 10 hour, 15 hour, 30 hour, 60 hour even in crypto, right? I took a crypto trade which had a 60 hour return, risking little, taking high reward in the same setup, same type of setup, right? But just yield even more return, and the stop loss being 10 times, like not 10 times, like twice as big as the stop loss. They delivered on a 60 hour win. And that's crypto, so that's very reasonable because markets, if if Bitcoin goes up, everything else will go up, and the trade was on XRP. So if you took the XRP trade, I give you guys, you should have banked on that as well. Everything is possible. Nothing is unrealistic. Everything is realistic. Every take profit I put is realistic. Just like this, just like every trade I take, every take profit is realistic. I have high conviction on my setups. They will deliver, even if they have a wide stop loss or not. They will have a higher chance of delivering because that's the power of my system, right? And probably wondering, well, 5 or no, why stop loss? That may seem unrealistic to most of you guys, but keep in mind this is Total Soup. My entries on Total Soups, right? You guys know I trade only Total Soups, right? So these are very realistic. When you trade Total Soups, your setups are minimum, even the wide stop loss. Your setup are a minimum of 5 or they literally Romeo said this on his UTS course. When you trade Total Soups, you can have a minimum of 5 and above. And to actually grow an account, if you really want to grow an account, want to see actually growth, if you go for 1 to 3, 1 to 4, or 1 to 2 RR, your account is not going to grow. It's going to take very, very long time to grow. For you guys even to step to the growth path of growing an account, you need to be at least 5 RR, right? At least, and eventually 5 RR fixed, and the rest is going to be low to risk, higher to reward, etc., etc. And something may go lower depending on the range, but that's your own study you're going to do. That's how I made a lot of money in crypto, right? On the XRP, you can see XRP currently is pumping. He's had a new all-time high. I take from a 3-month CRT low to CRT high. Simple as that, right? So 3-month time frame, and I do the trade on the hourly time frame. So keep very in mind from daily time frame CRT to hourly time frame execution. Simple as that, because then he had a 40-day time, like an hourly model one itself, which yielded a lot of return over the long term, which was a 60% return. That 60% return may not seem to most of you guys, but risking $1, making $6 back, that's a huge return, right? And if you just imagine risking $1,000, making $60,000 back, right? And I did not risk $1 to make $60 back. I mean, I risk way more, right? Way much more. So yeah, the lesson of the day is to have conviction, have high level of conviction. Do not think it. I think it's unrealistic. It's always realistic because I have had setups where I had a 5 RR, multiple 5R fixed RR setup with a wide stop loss. I've had 10 RR setups, 14 RR setups, 15 RR setups, 20 RR setups, 30 RR setups, 60 RR setups, and much more setups, right? Because realistic in trading, anything is possible. Nothing's impossible, right? And because the reason is nothing's impossible is because crude oil went to negative pricing, right, during the COVID. So nothing's unrealistic. Everything can be realistic. Everything is realistic. So yeah, there's a lesson of the day. Have conviction, have high level conviction, and I do have high level conviction. And from now on forward, I will have a very high level of conviction. Thank you for watching. Even my last trade, I was taking a trade. If I go back to the 4 hour time frame, I thought that this trade was unrealistic to me. Right? That's gonna go up, two down. Guess what? Fucking plummeted. When it went way beyond 5R. It went to a 10 RR right over here, right? Sorted from here, get the 50% mark of this. Shorted from there to all the way down here. Went way beyond 5R. Man, my goal was just a 5R. My goal was just a 5R. Guess what? It went way beyond 5R. It went to a 15RR, right? So nothing is unrealistic. This is my power technique OTE key level setup trade itself. It went to a 16R setup. So nothing is unrealistic. Everything is realistic. In this trade, both had 700 key level, had to draw liquidity. So he delivered very well. You see, nothing is unrealistic. My goal is 5RR, market went to a 15RR. Right? So it's very realistic. I have high level conviction, and I will not let that psychology problem ever happen again in my trading journey. Thank you for watching. I will have high conviction, and I do have high level of conviction. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. If you guys like, comment, share, links down below. And this call out was given to the Discord. So a lot of you guys I know a lot of you guys just take the 15-minute one itself. Cool. Congrats. Make money on that. But there's people like, you don't have to be the same as me, right? Everybody has their own type of trading. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.